Well, I'm looking at the team and I'm thinking,
Wow.
that team is there's so much creation in there. And there's a few curveballs. I think I'm going with 3 at the back. And that's why Cody's in. I think Cody's been excellent for Wolves. He organises, can pass the ball, change the play. Johnny Evans, OK, before lockdown, I thought he was excellent. Absolutely. OK, Leicester have had a bit of a problem. So there's a question mark there in a way. And the 2 Liverpool full-backs, without a doubt, wing-back. And look at my midfield. Look, De Bruyne and Neves. I love Neves. I think he's a wonderful player. But that wouldn't win the league, but you win a few cups with that team.
I think you'd entertain along the way as well.
Entertain, absolutely. Jimenez, for me, outstanding. Wolves will do well to keep him, I've got to say.
You didn't sort of want to go with sentiment and put David Silva in there almost as a thank you for the years of great football he's given us?
Yeah, possibly. Well, he's a fabulous player. But I don't know, I just went a little bit, off-piste.
Is there anything you change now that we've got to the final day of the season and we know who's been successful and who's struggled a little bit?
I probably, at a push, actually, now I saw Joe's and the fans, I probably would have put Seonchu in there, because I think he's been good this season as well. But people have forgotten. Johnny Evans, for me, I must have covered quite a lot of his games, and every time he was close to man of the match. His defending was excellent. His use of the ball was good. Hasn't been as good, I must admit, after lockdown. But Fernandes, I agree. I wouldn't put him out there. I don't know why they've put that system. I told him to play a little bit.
We were trying to work out how to get them all in, I think.
No. He plays just behind Jimenez, and Mane would have played in behind a little bit, and the wing-backs would have given his way. But Fernandes has been absolutely brilliant. Not only, to stamp your authority.
You'd go like 5 up front, basically.
5 up front. Everyone up front.
Yeah, why not?
Well, look at the goalkeeper. He's capable of scoring from there. Edison, the way he passes.
It's a good team. Right, so we're saying it wouldn't win the league, but it would probably win a cup.
It would win a few cups. It wouldn't win the league, probably, no.
Let's have a look at yours, Joe.
Yeah. It's pretty
solid,
standard,
I think.
Pretty solid. I think it's the same back 4 as the fans, what they picked. I think Soyuncu reminds me so much of a player I played with, Carvalho, at Chelsea. I think he gets on the front foot. He's really settled into the Premier League. Obviously, the 3 Liverpool boys, Van Dijk, Arnold and Robertson, outstanding. Midfield, Henderson, Player of the Year. You've got to get him in. I'm being a little bit more pragmatic than Glenn. I'm thinking a little bit more of how we're going to win games. And so I'm putting Henderson in because of that. De Bruyne, best player in the league for me in terms of what he brings. He's got to be in. He's got to be in. And then I went with goals. Sterling, Mane and Salah, all up there in the top goal scorers, dribblers, runners. Pulisic is my only curveball I put in. 1, I've got to have a Chelsea player in there somewhere. Yeah. But 2, I think the business that Chelsea did bringing him in and how he's developed, similar to Jordan Henderson, as the season's gone on, got better and better and better. And now we're going to an FA Cup final next week against your closest rivals, and Chelsea, he's that important. I think you'll be looking at him to be the one to win you a game.
And if he's a young
like
English
Hazard.
player, he's all over the newspapers and the television screens being lauded, isn't he? I think sometimes if you've come from abroad and he's just under the radar a little bit.
I've got to say, he is looking fantastic. And I think, again, he's got so many great years ahead of him. But you could say that about quite a lot of Chelsea's young players as well, couldn't you? 2
very quick key questions. Why no Jamie Vardy for either of you?
Good question, Jack. I mean, it's either or, isn't it? I mean, I was thinking of Team of the Year. I was thinking, how am I going to win the league with this team? And I just think Mane's got a little bit more than Jamie Vardy, although I'm a big fan of Jamie.
And in a one-off game, who wins your team versus Joe's?
In a one-off game?
Yeah.
I'd fancy my team.